The only thing I actually like about Donald Trump is that every now and then, always on accident, he sometimes will tell the truth. He doesn't mean to tell the truth. It's not a truth that anybody around him wants to hear, but it's a truth that always makes the public laugh. And this week we got another one of those moments on Wednesday when Donald Trump admitted that his own vice president, JD Vance, is incompetent, and he has believed that Vance is incompetent since he picked him to be vice president. Now, again, Trump didn't mean to say this. He was having a bit of a, I guess we'll call it a brain fart, maybe a senior moment. Maybe his dementia was creeping in and he didn't quite even know what he was saying, but dang it, Trump said that JD Vance is incompetent. That's not an interpretation of what he said. It's literally what he said. Let me read you this from Donald Trump, President of the United States, describing his vice president. And as a little context here, Trump was asked about, Tim Walz and how they're going to go into Minnesota and get all the Somalian refugees out of there. And Trump was going on and on about Tim Walz, but then he decided, I got to go after my guy too. And Trump said this. Look, I think the man's a grossly incompetent man. I thought that from the day I watched JD destroy him in the debate. I had a man, and he had a man. They were both incompetent. And I had a man and a woman. I thought she was very incompetent too. Okay, so short statement, but a lot to unpack. First of all, Donald Trump is the incompetent one here. Not that I want to give JD Vance any credit for being competent, but Trump, you couldn't even get the sentence out where you're trying to say all these people are incompetent because you're like, I had a man, he had a man. He who? The presidential nominee on the Democratic side was Kamala Harris. That's a woman. That's a she. I mean, you guys are the ones who are like, you got to call people by their pronouns from birth. And you're calling her a he. Right? I mean, doesn't that go against your DEI? Isn't that a pro-woke statement? I think, the angry anti-woke mob has a word or two they need to have with Donald Trump here. But Trump didn't remember who the hell he was running against. Kind of seems like a big cognitive F-up, if you ask me. But also, I had a man and he had a man. They were both incompetent.